So this week's film, Descent, was on so many different levels completely surprising, intriguing, and definitely caught me off guard more than any film has. I think everything before was clever, happy, cute, precious, important in its own way, and for some reason, I guess, and it's pretty obvious, the subject matter being much more intense than anything that we've seen or have had to grapple with over the semester. And I think it's important that we had this film to sort of challenge us in the way we start responding to the work that we've seen. But on that note, I definitely think that the film was it went to a place that I didn't expect. I thought the writing was so on point. I thought that Rosario Dawson did an incredible job. For me, knowing that this is a very, when you're dealing with bodies in film, when you're dealing with not just act and reaction, love, lust, and relationship, when you're dealing with relationship of the self and the sort of that identity and how that's projected on film and how that's seen by people, and it's definitely it's a whole nother thing than the more outer external. This is far more internal, the entire film, and it was in a way that was never too sobby, never took itself too serious, and a really well, this is exactly what I think it's like, and this is it. And I really enjoyed that too, and not to say that it was ever funny, that it never took itself serious, not at all, but I think that sometimes things can be thrown at you, and you're not ready for them in a way that you usually would be. But a moment that really stuck with me in the film, I'm trying to be quick because there's a lot to talk about, was the mannequin moment when she was working in the store late at night and she was putting the clothes back on the mannequin, and the body just seemed empty. It was her. In a way that's that's sort of oh, that's obvious that it's kind of this mannequin and it's supposed to be her. But I think it did this really nice reflective thing that wasn't really that wasn't the main point in the whole film. It wasn't so much about this is who I was or this is who I am now, as much as it was just this is what I'm going through and this is the stages in which I'm dealing with this really disgusting thing that's boiling inside of me, and to have that moment where she's just putting these clothes on, she's almost completely empty, was incredible. And another part was just the whole entire build-up, and especially the ending scene when the boy was being, she brought him into her home, and it was her time, it was her shining time, and this very, once again, playing fire with fire, and realizing that, I guess that, of course, is not always the way. It's just one of those things that I guess you realize when it's over, that it's not always the best way in which to act upon something that, especially something like that, it's hard to, voice an opinion. And I think just the Q&A as well was really well, was great, even though it was a big mess trying to have a Q&A, and she came all that way, and that was kind of just really stupid that we had to go through all that. But she knew exactly what she wanted, and I think she was very free in the process, and I really enjoyed her few minutes of just talking about how she assembled the film based on not just what rape is or this exact statistic, but that it was something that her and Rosario really dived into, and the end result is really amazing. So that's it. Thank you.